I got a question. Why we never see Native Americans protesting about the lands that was stolen from them, about the money that was stolen from them, about the farms that was stolen from them? Can they show proof that they actually had ownership of these? Because Black Americans can.
All right, Hiruchi Noblehoff, I see exactly where you're going with this. Let's break this down point by point so we can expose the contradictions, the missing nuance, and the agenda slippage in that statement. The excerpt's core statement, open quote, Black natives are indigenous peoples of the Americas and the Caribbean and also the descendants of indigenous peoples of Africa. Some black natives are, close quote. One contradiction is in the statement. A. Double origin conflation. It's lumping indigenous peoples of the Americas and indigenous peoples of Africa into a single, undifferentiated category, as if the two are interchangeable. This ignores the fact that indigenous status is geographically and politically tied to specific ancestral homelands. You can have shared phenotypes, skin color, hair texture, bone structure, without shared historical or genetic origins. Be also without distinction. The word also suggests every black native is both American indigenous and African indigenous, which is historically and genealogically untrue. Many black natives have zero direct African ancestry, but are still reclassified under black in censuses and legal documents because of skin tone. See historical compression. It compresses thousands of years of separate histories into one vague, modern racial category. By merging separate groups, it erases sovereignty, treaty, and the political rights of specific nations in the Americas. Number 2, where nuance is needed. A. Reclassification and paper genocide. There's no mention of colonial reclassification laws, like Virginia's Racial Integrity Act, Dawes Rolls fraud, Walter Plecker's policies, and Spanish casta systems, that deliberately mislabeled Indigenous Americans as Negro or colored. Without this context, readers think modern Black equals same as African, ignoring forced erasure from tribal roles. B. Indigenous to indigenous contact. Pre-1492 maritime contact between American indigenous and African indigenous peoples could have happened, but it's not the same as being descended from Africa in the transatlantic slave trade sense. This is pre-colonial cultural contact versus colonial chattel slavery, two totally different historical frameworks. C. Caribbean and American overlap. Caribbean Black populations often include Arawak, Taino, Kalinago, Carib, Garifuna, and other indigenous